Hello, hello, hello. We were asked today the question, what is a turbo? So let me try to cover it in the easiest explanation possible. Our business vehicle, the thing that we use to operate a business and to explain a business and to operate money flowing through a business is the app. We reroute people not giving their money to the credit card companies. Instead, that money comes through back to the consumer to create the consumer rebellion. That is the business vehicle. That is not the business engine. The engine of the vehicle is a separate company called Life Leadership. And it is also based on a nonprofit structure, and that all the profits go back to the people. So that system is the thing that allows us to move the vehicle and to keep it in motion, even when we are no longer a part of it. And I don't mean we'll never not be a part of it. I mean, like, even when we're old and even when we're dead, that system of people down beneath you in their businesses being trained, utilizing the app and going out and sharing it will continue past your life. That engine continues to roll forward. It creates the residual income. So all of the things that people think they don't need in the business, like audio training. I don't like to read. I don't like books. I don't like to go meetings. I don't like meetings. The three things that we get the most complaints about are the things that allow you to have a residual income even past your life to your children and grandchildren. The system is these three things: the audio training, which allows them to have the information in their head and in their heart so that they can be effective at presenting it. The books we read, which allows us to be educated presenters and leaders of a multi-million-dollar company. And the events that we attend, which allows us to create more leadership opportunities for speaking and to create more educational opportunities and also to create more fellowship opportunities to grow and to bond with our teams. Those three things are the primary things that allow this to continue to grow. So, for instance, if you share that app 4,000 times and the app's in 37 states and 11 provinces, how are you going to teach all 4,000 people how to continue to do their job and to support them and to train them? You're not. The system allows you to be free. It allows your people in Texas to get the same information as your people in Arizona. So, what is a turbo? The turbo is the boost of that system. It is the very thing that allows us to know who actually has the fruit, so that we never put a person on the stage of the life leadership system that didn't earn the right to be there. And it also alleviates the pressure of the other leaders to know that they don't have to stand alone and that they don't have to cover everything. So when you're a turbo 5, it means you have 2 teams. That's the turbo part. And you have 5 people from team 1 that attended their monthly seminar somewhere in the world. And you have 5 people in team 2 that attended their monthly seminar in the world. The minute you're turbo 5 and above, you become profit sharing in the nonprofit arm of the events. Now, that does not mean that you're making a lot of money. That means you're making a little on if they have made money. We have to rent all the facilities to run those meetings. And when there is money, it has to be divvied out. And those bonuses come in the form of profit sharing. It's a completely separate compensation plan. And it is the most fair compensation plan I've ever seen. So I will give you an example of my first convention. When they charge $138 per ticket, they have no idea how many people are going to come. People have to buy the tickets. So let's say nothing happens. Well, then they would have lose more than $300,000 because that's what it costs them to put on a 3-day weekend. But let's say 10,000 people buy the tickets. That now makes it 1.38 million. Well, if it costs them 380,000 to put on the event, they've got $1 million left that they can push back into bonuses. And they base those bonuses on who did the most. Which person led their team with the most people to that convention? A Turbo 50 is going to get a much higher percentage of that $1 million than a Turbo 5. And that makes sense because they did more work. Now, here's where the responsibilities come. Each level of Turbo gives us an additional person with responsibilities who we know we can trust to lead. And what I mean by that is, in order to be able to show the plan officially, I'm not talking about in a living room or at a home plan, but to be able to stand on a life leadership stage, one where they charge $5 a ticket to get into for the members and it's free for guests. The smaller meetings like Ogden, St. George, Boise, they must be a Turbo 10 or above. So because they're in profit sharing and they're sharing the profits of that nonprofit arm, we expect you to step up in leadership. So I am doing a huge favor to Manasseh and Rob Robson when I am capable of picking up that baton and covering a meeting for the whole company and the team in a small location so they can focus on the bigger ones. When you become Turbo 25 and above, you can speak in a Tuesday open in Salt Lake City and on any big stage in the world, wherever they can send you. And even more important than the opens, because those happen every week. So we need to cover hundreds of locations all over the United States that need somebody who knows what they're doing, knows what they're saying, and has led a team, at least 20 people, Turbo 10, that's 10 people in each team, to a seminar. And they must maintain that status. It's not a one-time. If their people stop going to seminar, they fall out of status. They are no longer allowed to speak on a stage and help carry the load. So when you buy a ticket for a seminar, you are actually saying, I'm going to support Rob Robson and Shane Krauser and my leaders, because that allows them to continue to create opportunity meetings all over the United States that we can take guests to for free so that we can grow our business. And when it comes to the seminars, it's even more stringent. You have to have higher numbers. To get on a Salt Lake stage and teach at a Salt Lake stage, which is an A stage, you must be Turbo 25 Turbo 50 or above. The seminars require more fruit because they're a 4-hour meeting. It can't be somebody up there just repeating what they've heard while showing the plan. They've got to be somebody with a story. They've got to be somebody with evidence, and they've got to be somebody that has something worthwhile to teach because they've done it. So Turbo 50s and above can do the big stages. Turbo 25s and above can do the small stages. So, and it's because it's a long time. It's a commitment to be there. They better have the information that you need in order to grow your business. So I take very seriously being Turbo 25. It means I can do the opens just about anywhere in the country where they need me and wherever they'll send me. And I don't get paid to go do an open. I will drive myself, fly myself, do whatever to get to an open, to carry the weight, because I have the ability to do so. It relieves Rob Robson and it relieves Manasseh and it relieves Kevin Conover. These people have been doing this for years, and the more leaders they get and the more people that are Turbo, the more they can take a breath and work together, and it lightens the load of the whole team. The seminars, I even take more seriously. I've got 4 hours to train and teach everything that I know. So part of the reason I'm even using this slide is because I think it's important that people understand these concepts clearly so that they understand the importance of why we go to a monthly seminar. Why do we do that? It's not just for ourselves. It's not just for ourselves and for supporting the team below us. Mm-hmm. That ticket actually supports the team above us. It allows the company to pay for the airfare for me to fly in to another city down in the future. When I get on the thing and I say, okay, they're going to send me into Phoenix, Arizona, you now have an opportunity to say, hey, I need you to go to this thing in Arizona. This person I love is going to be there. it allows us to continue to all grow our business when we hit those levels. And it also helps us to know there is nobody that ever gets on a stage, either in an open or in a seminar, that hasn't earned the right to be there and hasn't currently earned it. If I fall out of status this month, I don't speak next month. Legitimately, every month matters. That's why they say, please just buy your standing order ticket and go, because it actually is the money you spend for that training and for fellowshipping is a small price when it comes to having the ability to have the funds and money to continue to rent other facilities and to continue to fly leaders all over the country so that they can create more chances for the entire team and the entire business to grow. So I hope that explains it. I love you guys dearly. I appreciate all your support, and I appreciate so much that you want to learn and understand it so that you can apply it. And that's what a turbo is. It literally supports the entire engine. Love you guys.